Students, today we will study about the malaria and the anti-malarial agents. First of all, today we will discuss about the malaria. So, the malaria is basically caused by the protozoan parasite, basically of the genus Plasmodium, and the different species which are involved in this infection are Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae and the Plasmodium ovale. Now, what is its life cycle? The parasite's life cycle basically involves two phases. One is the asexual phase and the other one is the sexual phase. This asexual phase and sexual phases occurs in different hosts. So, basically this parasite has two hosts and two phases in its life cycle. The first one, that is the sexual cycle, which occurs in the host insect. The insect is the basic host where the sexual cycle occurs, and the male which is involved in this malaria are the female mosquito anopheles. The insect involved is the female mosquito anopheles. So, this males, basically the males which mosquitoes are feeding on the plant nectar. They do not require the blood for their feeding, but the females which are pregnant, the mosquito anopheles which are pregnant, they feed basically on the blood of humans or the vertebrate blood. And the sexual cycle occurs inside this definite host which it requires for its sexual cycle, and this is also known as the sporogamy. The asexual cycle occurs in the host, that is the vertebrate host, and basically these are the humans where it involves the asexual cycle for the production. This is also known as the intermediate host, and this whole phase is known as the schizogony phase. Now, how the life cycle begins? First of all, the female anopheles mosquitoes, they require the blood for their feeding, and they take the blood by biting the humans, and through this parasite, the parasite has already infected the mosquito, female mosquito, and it is having the sporozoite inside the saliva. That saliva is then injected inside to the skin, it bites and it goes inside the body. Now, what happens? First of all, the humans, they bite the humans, and through the saliva the sporozoites are injected towards inside the humans. Now, the exoerythrocytic cycle begins. The exoerythrocytic schizogonies basically occurs inside the liver. First it goes inside the liver, and there it takes around 8 to 30 days to form the, basically these the merozoites to develop, and after that only the fever comes inside the human body. So, individually it varies from 8 to 30 days where the exoerythrocytic cycle begins, and inside the liver they are developing, and when they get mature they are then they invade inside the RBC's blood, and they get converted into merozoites. These merozoites basically give the fever in the individual, which varies from individual to individual, and then this is known as, when they are invading inside the RBCs, this cycle is known as erythrocytic cycle or erythrocytic schizogony, which is occurring inside the RBCs. Now, these merozoites then develop into gametocytes, and these gametocytes are again taken up by the mosquitoes through our blood, and then these mosquitoes get again infected, which they bite and they take the gametocytes. Then inside the mosquitoes, they goes to the sporogony, that is the sexual cycle, and they gets converted into sporozoites. This sporozoites production occurs inside the anopheles, and then again these get they bite the humans, and then they are again injected towards the humans, and this is how the cycles occurs. Now, let us see in detail the life cycle of malaria. So, what happens? The sporozoites which are present in the salivary glands of the infected mosquito, they bite the humans and take the blood meal to feed them, and during this process they inject the sporozoites into the blood of human, and then this blood, from the blood it goes to the liver, and the liver cycle begins, and which is also known as the exoerythrocytic. Exo means exterior to the, erythrocyte means our RBCs. It is playing the role outside the RBCs and they are infecting basically inside the liver. The liver cells are also known as hepatocytes, and these sporozoites bind to the hepatocytes which infects the liver cells and develop into primary schizoid. These primary schizoids, some of them, they rupture the schizoid and releases the merozoites. These merozoites can again be develop into the trophozoites, early trophozoites, which can go into two parts. The one is they develop early trophozoites, they develop into mature trophozoites and form the secondary schizoid, and again they go and form the repeat this cycle, and this cycle which is going inside the RBCs is also known as the erythrocytic cycle, or these stages are known as the human blood stages. And some of the trophozoites which are not able to develop into mature trophozoite and these secondary schizoid, they develop into the gametocytes, and these gametocytes then can be taken by the mosquito and they are ingested and they develop into the zygote inside the mosquito, and this zygote begins to form the ookinete and then oocyst inside the mosquito, and this oocyst releases so many nearly 1000 sporozoites, which again goes into the cycle and infects the humans again. So this is the whole cycle which is going on. One is the liver cycle which is going on, and the other one is the RBCs. This whole process, the schizoid and merozoites which are being formed, this occurs inside the RBCs, and here is the stage where the fever comes into the body, and we say the fever has come due to the malaria, and sometimes it takes 8 days, sometimes it takes around 30 days. It depends upon the individuals how much time it takes from the liver cells to invading the RBCs. These primary schizoids, some of them only get ruptured and they releases the merozoites which are responsible for the fever inside the body, and this here the cycle begins is the RBC cycle, that is the blood cycle or the erythrocytic cycle, and when they are just ingested, they are giving the mosquito bite to the individual and they infect the liver. This cycle is known as exoerythrocytic cycle, or it is also called as the liver stage. Now we in medicinal chemistry, we have to focus upon the drugs which can be developed by seeing the process of whole the life cycle of the malaria. So basically the four things where we can focus in developing the drugs are basically, first is the killing of the sporozoite, which is not at all possible because it is from the parasite which infects the Anopheles. So here the drug development is not possible to kill the sporozoites itself. The second way from where we can develop the drugs is the mechanism of killing the primary schizoid, either by killing the primary schizoid or by stopping the primary schizoid conversion into merozoites, that is the rupture of schizoid and developing of the merozoites. Here we can develop the drugs. These two parts are very convenient for the developing of the drugs, and both these stages can be focused to develop the drug, and some of the drugs which mainly kill the primary schizoid are quinine, chlorquine, amodiaquine and pyrimethamine, and where we kill the merozoites or we inhibit the conversion of merozoites into trophozoites. Here we the drugs focusing are the chlorquine and amodiaquine. Now the fourth part where we can kill the gametocytes itself so that they are not taken up by the mosquitoes again, and here we can develop the drug, and some one example is the primaquine which is there in the market for the purpose of anti-malarial activity.